Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serum, and today we're going to be doing a color correction on my model here. So she went somewhere else and she got something that she did not want. So what we were going to do today is get rid of those red tones and ash her out a little bit so we don't have that orangey brassy color in her hair. So we're going to do a very subtle color melt towards an ombre. And to start off this transformation, I am going to be adding lightener to those areas of her hair where it was very red and pink, towards the middle there. So as you can see right there, it is super red and pink, and her blonde isn't as blonde as she wanted it to be. So for my lightener, I am using Matrix Lightener and Developer, and I can't think of what the name of the lightener actually is. It's the one in the big, like purple container, and I mixed it with 30 volume Developer, and I also added Olaplex because her hair was colored and bleached before, and I did not want to further damage her hair. So I did add the Olaplex in there to protect it and make sure that, you know, it wouldn't fall out of her head. So I am just starting from the very back of the head, and I take about 1/2 inch sections because I want to make sure to get all that pink out. We don't want to see any more pink or any red right there in between her like base color and her very light ends. So I am just going to add the lightener, and I'm going to feather it down into like the blonde pieces, and I'm just going to make sure that all that pink is covered with the lightener. So I didn't want to lift too much. My goal with this lightening step was to just get rid of that pink that you see because we don't want pink hair. Once I had all the lightener applied, I put a shower cap on her and I put her under the dryer for about 15 minutes just so we had an even lift all throughout her hair, since the top would have had the least amount of time with the lightener. I just added the heat just to speed that process up. Once the time was up, I washed and dried her hair, and I only shampooed her hair. I did not add conditioner because I know we were going to go back in and actually put her color in, and we don't want anything to block the color from getting into the actual hair cuticle. So I just rough dried her really quickly just so her hair wasn't sopping wet before I went in with the color. So I mixed up 3 different formulas for her regrowth and like zone 1 area where I would where I'm placing it all right now. I did a 5NW, and I think it was a 4NW as well. I wanted it to be a little darker, but I still wanted it to be rich and have dimension and not be flat, like one flat color. So that's what I'm putting on her regrowth area. And the color that I'm using is from Matrix as well, and I'm also using Matrix Developer, and for the color I used 20 volume, and with that, since we are just depositing color. So the color that I have for her mid shafts and her ends are 2 different formulas as well. The mid shaft I did a 7 ash, which was just to blend it between the 5 and the lightest one, which I'm applying on her ends, which I did a 9 ash. And this is really going to cancel out all that red and pink and orange that she had in her hair, and it's going to make it very seamless and be more of a color blend, a color melt instead of like a traditional ombre, which is just basically one color melting into another one. So I did this throughout all of her hair, and I started with the front pieces the front side pieces, and then I went and did the back pieces last. And I let her process for 35 to 40 minutes just to make sure that the color went deep into her hair and we didn't have any funny business going on later. So then I washed, conditioned, and towel dried her hair. I added a little bit of product, some Chi serum, and this, it's a 10 spray. I love the stuff, it smells really good. So I added that into her hair, I combed everything through, and then I gave her a quick blowout. Once I finished the blowout, then her hair was completely done, and you could see how much better this is than the beginning of the video. She has a very seamless blend. Her regrowth area is still a little bit warm, but I thought that would be nice since she did have all that red underneath. You know, the brown didn't get too brown. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this color correction that I did, and if you did like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!